Welcome. So self-cultivation is a major principle within the internal martial arts, fusion Kung Fu being based out of internal martial arts. Self-cultivation, the fundamental thing, the nucleus of what's aimed to be cultivated is energy. Okay, that can have a lot of different meanings, but in the most grossest sense is the energy. When you say, I wake up today, I have a lot of energy today, I have a lot of energy to do that. Or I feel really drained today, I don't have the energy to do that. So on even a more subtle level, you can have a lot of physical energy, but you can be mentally drained. You can have a lot of mental energy, a lot of physical energy, but be emotionally drained, so that like compassion fatigue, that sort of thing. So on different levels, there's different types of energy. Okay, so Qigong, internal martial arts is really it's really mostly is Qigong, but there's Qigong specific exercises that aim to produce energy, to build more energy. That's the main thing with cultivating. So it means that how do you cultivate that? Is it about how you live your life? The kind of belief structures you have, are they defeating beliefs, beliefs that create a lot of stress all the time? Stress will deplete energy, is one of the things that will deplete energy. A couple other things that will deplete energy, and it is a little bit individual. Excessive amount of sex, especially for guys. That's a big one, really will reduce a lot of energy quite fast. A lot of partying, drug use, alcohol, that sort of stuff. You're putting pressure on your body. Those sort of things combined with not getting enough sleep, that's probably one of the biggest things for people. Excessive work, where you're just using energy all the time. Overtraining with exercise is a big one, reducing energy. And exercise that doesn't cultivate energy, that's what I'm talking about. So there's different things you can do. If you have to endure and overcome a major illness, your body will use its reserves as much as possible to stop you dying. It'll use whatever it has. And quite often people, after they've gone into remission from cancer, they'll go and do a lot of exercise, Western style exercise, which is good for fitness, is good for moving energy in a certain way, but can be extremely draining as well. So in a Chinese medicine perspective, it's almost like stupid to do that sort of thing. It's worthwhile learning Qigong, learning ways of developing energy in your body. Okay. So the cultivation is about energy. We're aiming to cultivate your character, to develop virtuous qualities, aiming to cultivate your mind, develop more wisdom, about to think more usefully in your life. You can really grow your life, grow your career. In the West, this idea of self-cultivation, it's on there on a superficial level, mainly to do with building a career, building your finances, getting things settled so you can develop a family, cultivate children, cultivate a relationship. Even that idea is, in a lot of families, isn't even there, to cultivate relationships. So it's a matter of cultivating pretty much everything in your life, everything that can breed goodness. That's what we talk about in self-cultivation. In the internal martial arts, it becomes a lifestyle because of this self-cultivation. Okay, so if you're really drained, really tired, do some Qigong to bring energy back and I feel good now. When you're really drained, really tired, to go do a massive marathon is the worst thing that you could do. Why would you do it? You're going to drain yourself even more. Learn how to develop energy. Once you have the energy filled up to about 80% of its capacity, then you find you have energy to do nearly anything you want to do in your life. Okay, and that becomes more important as you get older. In the Chinese medicine, where all these this Qi theory, acupuncture theory comes from, Qigong is a form of Chinese medicine, is one branch of Chinese medicine. The Qi theory is that we're all born with a certain amount of energy. We start to lose energy after puberty. The body requires that much energy to make that transformation from a child body into an adult body that can reproduce. It requires so much energy to do that, so it's like it's cultivating. Children have so much energy, they go through puberty, you see them get tired because of moods, hormones, the massive growth changes and things, so you can see how much energy is required. It's only after about 30s, 40s, maybe 50s, depending on how much energy you initially have, that you start to feel I have less energy than I had before. But in Chinese medicine we talk about after you finish puberty, that's where your energy starts to be lost now. But people don't feel it until much later. So It's useful to learn how to cultivate energy. It's useful to think about things a bit differently. The Western world is about consumption and excess, especially in the realms of sexual activity, that sort of stuff. The Western world is way sexualized. It depletes a lot of energy. For one reason why it's important to build up energy, when you have a lot of energy, you naturally feel happy. You naturally feel content. You're healthy. If you're really tired and someone gives you some more work to do, you'll feel instantly, I don't want to do it. I feel angry. I feel irritable. If you're really sick, your body's using all the energy it has to make you better. You feel sick, you go do a run, you're going to make yourself worse. You feel sick, someone gives you more work or gives you stress, you don't like it. Okay, so the energy is a fundamental thing. That's why there's such an impetus or such a force of developing energy in your body. The human body can develop energy, can store energy like a battery. The Qigong process allows you to experience that for yourself. You don't have to believe what I'm saying or what the thousands of textbooks written about this theory have spoken about. Just practice, you feel wow. Sometimes the body needs energy because it's tired. Sometimes the body needs energy because it simply needs energy. So when you have a certain amount of skill in Qigong where you can do the practice and you're literally absorbing energy from the space around you. That's a big thing about what Qigong is. If you feel tired, you can do some Qigong and sometimes you find, oh, that's the best. Oh, I feel totally awake now. Go with my energy. That's good. 10 minutes, done. Sometimes you're tired, you do Qigong, and you feel, oh, I feel so sleepy now. It means your body needed sleep. So the Qigong has given your body enough energy to have a really deep, restful sleep now. If you're able to have that sleep, you'll wake up feeling so refreshed. Cultivation is what it's about.